everyone. I am making a little overview of this relationship with child care aware coaches, which is such a valuable resource for our students and our community in general, of course. And to have access to them on this very personal level as professionals is really special, and I'm so grateful to them for being willing to do this because they do have incredibly busy schedules, but they have enthusiastically embraced this idea that they could influence your high school students regarding early childhood and get them set on a really good professional path. So I'm just so grateful to them, and also grateful to you for opening your classrooms to them. I'm hoping this is going to be an incredibly good resource for you as well as your students. I know when I was teaching, I loved having people come in who had more expertise in specific areas than I did, and it was always really beneficial to me as well as my students. So I'm hoping that will be true for you. The coaches have decided to create liaisons. Each school early childhood pathways program will have a child care aware coach liaison. So Fern Creek will have Valerie, Tap will have Kelsey, who they already know, which is great. Iroquois will have Delee, and Eastern will have Kira. I will let them introduce themselves to you more personally through this email connection I'm about to make. But I did want to just let everybody know that's who's connected to each school. They have a little bit here about, that I let them know you wanted to be connected directly. The only thing I want to just remind you of, if you don't mind, please document when they come, or if you want to copy me on the email, however you want to let me know so that I can make a note of it. We have to keep documentation of these activities because of the PNC grant. We want to make sure that we're using that money responsibly and reporting in a timely fashion. So if you can help me with that, I will really appreciate it. So they have organized themselves into 4 visits that they can see themselves doing, but of course you all can work out whatever you want. I think the one that they really want to stick to is Cecilia, is the coach who's in the mix, who's been there the longest. She is an icon in our coaching early childhood community in the child care centers of Louisville, and has been there longer than anyone else on that team by far. And so she really is the appropriate person to come and introduce child care aware, talk to the students, and she will bring a coach with her when she comes. Once they've been introduced to child care aware by Cecilia, then there are follow-up visits where they can discuss their content area. They have a copy of Scope and Sequence, so they know, for example, that right now you're going through health and safety. So it would be great to have a health and safety coach come during that time period. So they're looking at the Scope and Sequence and trying to match it with what you're doing in terms of what they would talk about in their visits. So there are various coaches assigned to various areas that either fall under health and safety, professional development, training, or quality. And so they will work with you to identify when it would be most beneficial for your students to meet with those particular coaches. So the liaison, back to the liaison, will make those arrangements with you and answer questions and all of that, and get you in touch with the right area coach for a visit. Okay, so I hope this is helpful, and this is just such a wonderful opportunity for these students to understand that there are professional licensing standards associated with early childhood, and these are the people who are responsible for making sure that a center that wants to be a high quality center is working with Child Care Aware to do so.